Hey everybody, Carl here, and got the guitar in hand for Patreon. We're doing Jacqueline's Dream, one of Erynn's lovely tunes in the key of F. So what I've done for the guitar, back up is capo up the 5th fret, and I'm playing out of a C position. So I'm thinking C, F, and G pretty much, but I'm also going to throw in some minor, maybe C shape to A minor kind of shape, or A minor 7. And the F, we might put in a little bit of a D minor 7, just picking up our bass fingers there and get some nice movement. So the basic chord pattern, melody-wise, is that kind of thing. So it starts with the C, the 1 chord, or the C, the F chord. Remember, you got when you capo, you have the actual pitch, which is F, and you're thinking in C. So that's the the capoed position. So right now, I'll say I'm playing out of C shape, just thinking in C, F, and G. So it's a C chord, and then an F chord shape, the 4 chord, C again, and then a G shape. And it does that again, C to F shape, and then I put a little minor, picking up the bass, and then the G back to C. So I kind of, if it's a pretty tune, a lot of times instead of using a pick and flat picking, I might use my fingers, and it still might do kind of a thumb and a brush, still simulating the sound of pick, but softer sort of, right? You get a little more tactile maybe. So just mainly, let's just start with that as both parts have the same chord progression. We might try to do something different in each part. Let's just ponder that for a minute. So first of all, just an exercise, just play your C shape. I'm capoed 5. And pick up the bass. Just do that a few times. That's just a nice traveling note down to G. So that's a nice ending phrase. So we could always do that in either part at the end, because it kind of has that little nice place to do a little minor sound. C and an A minor 7, you could call it, or just a traveling note down to that G shape. And actual pitch is F to D minor and C back to F. Let's think about the F chord doing the same thing, picking up. That's kind of picking up the bass there, and you get just a minor sound. So really, this is B flat down to kind of a G minor sound, I guess. But just a traveling note again. That'd be a nice way to travel back to there. So you could do that really in either part. You could do that. Da 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 da. Maybe do it da da da. I kind of like it at the end of the phrase, especially. Let's do it without much. Let's do the chords regular without too much. C shape, F shape, and I'm alternating the bass. And you can maybe walk back first, just G shape back to C. Here would be a nice place to do that minor on both. So I kind of like that. Let's make that our pattern. Just regular, alternating the bass. And maybe a walk from G up to the C shape. And here we could try that minor lift, we could call it. Nice. And then also on that F shape, you could always dance the bass low when you're not doing it. Even though it kind of echoes it gets to that. So experiment a little. So the first part, let's do it one more time, and we'll think about doing the, let's see, the second part, we might could do a little bit of a cascade, kind of like the melody is a falling melody there, it gets up a little higher. First part one more time though, we could always start with a walk. Right? And your walk, you could always do more notes or less notes. Something else I might do is just do a little echo of the melody there. Instead of the minor, I might go. First part, dum dum, do do dum dum, do 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 dum bum, and I'll try the minor again. Okay. Also, when you're playing the F, you could get that. Sound up there. So let's see. So the second part, let's think about that's going to be a little pull off out of my C shape. I'm pulling off from the to the open second string, just doing the scale down to that note. Just pulling off our fingered tones on the C chord and getting the open strings below. But I am moving to that third string to an open. You might not want to do all that, but a couple I kind of like going. And you can always go instead of the low G. Ideas of the pull-off kind of stuff. You could always do the same thing you did the first part. Sound great. So really, the things you can throw in there is just a little minor lift, you know, the third finger lift, and playing a little bit of melody. Another thing that I like in this kind of tune is something you could try is just playing the suspended chord. When you play your C chord shape, just picking up on that middle note. So it's kind of mysterious. It might work, it might not. So the melody is so it's kind of pretty. I wouldn't probably do it on G shape, but on that C and F shape, it's kind of like leaving that middle note open. So that's another sound you could explore. I kind of like that. And you might do a pull-offs. So a lot of possibilities. So let's just talk about the suspended chord. That would be, you're playing a C shape. That's the third notch of the chord. So if you pick that up, you got the second notch of the chord. And that's called a C sus2. Just means it's suspended, kind of leaves you hanging. And it's got the second notch of the scale. So C sus2, you mean if you find your C chord, and if you know that middle note, which is the third notch of the chord, or the, you know, you got the root third and fifth of a chord, you go to the second notch, take it back a whole step, and you got a nice C sus2. And of course, we're in the key of F, so keep that in mind. But our shape, C shape, sus2 sound. Same thing with F. That third string, second fret, you open up on that. So you might just try the C shape and pick up and get that. Hear that F. So that's really pretty. That might be a nice intro even before the tune starts. Arranging factor. So any voice you experiment raising it or lowering it. One other thing that's a nice that comes to mind. I'm just trying to throw some ideas at you, and then I'll just back up the whole tune one more time and try some of these things. And if you're playing the melody on an instrument like the mandolin or fiddle, whatever you're working on, you could come along to this video and play along with it and see what works, and you can say, you know, that worked, but that didn't. So another thing that could be nice is adding a high drone tone, like that third fret on the first string might be real, might be nice. That'd be in all three chords, right? You might want to get. So you're starting to hear some voice leading. So just that little high, repetitive. And I kind of hear a little, another way you can alter a chord is from the third notch, is raise it up instead of take it down to 2. You could, a G chord. There's my third notch. If I go up a half step, you got the fourth notch, the G sus4. That'd be really nice. So I think I'm gonna try that, the droney tone. I think I'm gonna do this on the second part, just instead of that, you know, that might take away too much from the melody player. They might not want too much of their glory, you know, diverted. So let's go to the second part, the high drone. And I'm gonna put that G sus to that first fret. And then maybe the minor. I like that. So second part, high drone, high drone. They might call that a add 9 or something. G sus4. And we're thinking of our shapes. And then you might go to that minor stuff. You could do that with it. some sus2, sus4, and some drony tones, or just cascading things. Experiment. I think what I'll do is do both parts one more time just to back up there, and you can try the melody with them. So, she plays this kind of medium tempo. I think it's kind of a pretty tune. Sometimes the pretty tunes are nice. Just played at an easy going clip there. So, and what might be nice for an intro, if you were, to say kick it off, you could do like that minor. So I'm gonna start with that 1, 2 intro. First part again. The wrong chord, but keep going if you do. Just get some ideas. One more second part. So capo 5 and play out of that C shape, C, F, and G, and try some suspensions and some drone tones, or just play it straight and just do a nice drony bass, the same bass over and over would be nice too, right? So a lot of possibilities, a beautiful tune. Erynn came up with a good one here, Jacqueline's Dream. So hope you enjoy doing the guitar backup there. Take care.